Should the British press be regulated? A British judge says the nation's media have shown, quote, significant and reckless disregard for accuracy. In video via Sky News, Lord Justice Leveson called a free press a true safeguard of democracy. But he said,
"Unfortunately, as the evidence has shown beyond doubt on too many occasions, those responsibilities have simply been ignored."
Leveson recommends an independent group backed by law be set up to regulate the nation's media. This after a year-long inquiry into the newspapers of media mogul Rupert Murdoch and others in the British press accused of phone hacking private citizens, among other reckless tactics in the pursuit of sensational stories. As the BBC points out, though, Leveson's recommendation has divided British lawmakers, including Prime Minister David Cameron.
David Cameron welcomes the principles of the report, but is not convinced by the need for a new law.
We should, I believe, be wary of any legislation that has the potential to infringe free speech and a free press.
But the Leveson recommendations don't call for state regulation, more like self-regulation, but backed by law that allows for the imposition of fines. It's up to the press to act on the recommendations, but an ITV analyst asks, what about the good media outlets out there?
The editors of hundreds of local and regional newspapers and the majority of the national newspapers, who have not even been accused of phone hacking, will resent profoundly being regulated for the consequences of actions that they will say they did not commit.
Either way, both Prime Minister David Cameron and Leveson agree the status quo that allowed sensational outlets to carry on phone hacking and police bribing can't be left unchanged. Then again, the Wall Street Journal's Ben Rooney makes an interesting point. When it comes to non-traditional media, the Leveson report had almost nothing to say. It seems the internet was just too hard to deal with. The whole tone of his report with regard to the internet is one of almost resignation. But with Prime Minister Cameron doubting the need for a new law to give a regulatory body the teeth it would need to do its job, his Deputy Prime Minister fervently in disagreement with his boss, and a public still calling for heads to roll after the press scandal, the Daily Beast's Peter Jukes predicts, rather than closing a chapter on the hacking scandal, today has merely lit the fuse to an explosive political battle, which could well explode the coalition itself. For News, I'm Christina Hartman, Multiple Sources, The Real Story.